Yeah, it flew over your head.
All right, Reese.
Why is my yogurt watery?
Who wrote that? Grounded. Okay. Reese, remember yesterday when you thought I was ignoring you because I was like helping you with the problem, and then you were like, "When am I ever going to use this in life?" or something like that. Remember when you asked that question?
Oh my gosh, it didn't eat.
And then I just walked away.
Yeah.
Well, today I get to answer your question.
Wait, so why you ignored him yesterday?
What?
Because I didn't know him yesterday.
Well, because it's Reese. So, my buddy builds stairs for a living. Like, girls, you ready? Attention. Okay, thanks. He builds stairs for a living. That's his job. Okay.
You made more equations?
Yeah, but today we actually get to learn the equation. Okay, so he had it actually comes up a bunch. He builds like the spiral staircase. Hey, Abdullah, remember when the teacher's talking and you're paying attention? Okay, so he built spiral staircases. Okay, and part of the spiral staircase, there's an arch. Okay, there's an arch that's like, I don't know if it's on the floor or like how to explain it. It's part of this. Greetings. It's part of the stairs. Well, the arch looks like this, right? And what is that? That's an arc of the circle. So it's an arc of the circle. So he needs to know how to cut out this arc. Well, in order to know how to cut out that arc, he needs to know the radius of the circle, right? If you know the radius, we were just drawing circles, right? If you know the whole radius, you can draw the whole circle, okay? Or you can set it for a certain amount, the radius for a certain length, and you can cut that out, or draw it and then cut it out. So he needed to know what the radius of the circle was so that he can cut that arc out. Well, he can't, I mean, that's all he has. So if that's all I've got, what measurements can he make? If I had a ruler right now, I got a ruler. I don't know what I do. I have my tape measure. What can I measure? Where'd my tape measure go? There it is. Oh, can't reach it. There it is. Here we go. I got an actual. This isn't a tape measure, but this is a. What do you call this? I mean, a weird ruler. Okay. This is like this is what you use to like measure, like, you know, when you get your measurements to get like a suit or whatever. Okay. All right. What measurements can I make with this? What could I actually measure on this arc? Well, it's not the diameter, but what distance?
You can measure the chord.
The chord, you're right, it's a chord. So if I connect from here to here, let's use a different color. If I connect from here to here, that's a chord of the circle. So I can measure that chord. So I'm just going to estimate, I'm going to measure from here to here. That's 26 inches. So that length is 26 inches. Now, what else can we measure? What's another length that we can measure? Camille? I'm measuring with this again. Rian?
The height?
Yeah, I'm going to measure the height of the arc. So half of 26 is what? 13. So right from the center, 13, which is right here, I'm going to measure straight up to the top of that arc. Okay? And now for the sake of the problem that we're doing here, I'm just going to estimate that to 7. I didn't do that when I did his problem, when I helped him with his problem. He gave me the exact measurements. I found the exact length, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But I'm just going to mark that down as 7 inches. We've got a right angle right there. Okay? Now, yesterday when we were finding different measurements in the circle, we had to find radii. Let's pretend this is part of our entire circle right here. Here's the center. Where do you guys want me to draw a radius? Oh, now we decided to start taking out notes. It's only been like 10 minutes in the period. Yeah. Where should I draw a radius in? You guys just draw, when we did these problems yesterday, you just draw a random radius in. Oh, let's find that length.
No, the one that connecting to the
Elisa, what?
Um,
The intersection? Whatever. Well, it's a point of tangency if we had a tangent line, right. So, but we're going to draw a radius to that point. Rian? Well, we can draw another one there. Yeah, that's fine. We can draw another one there. I'm also going to draw this one in. Because what do we learn about a radius being perpendicular to a chord? It bisects it. When a radius is perpendicular to a chord, it bisects it. So here's our right angle. It's bisecting this. So this length is 13, and this length is 13. We already did that when we were finding halfway in between to measure that height, right? So we've got that length is 13. I don't need this anymore. And we need to find the length of the radius. The problem is we got two unknowns. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what the radius is. Ahmad, what's up?
You could use trigonometry.
We don't know any angle measures.
We do that.
You don't want we don't want.
But
We know 90, but you need an acute angle in order to use trig. Okay. What else do we do with measure? Oh yeah, but like this is a rough estimate. I can't just measure and be like, oh yeah, there it is. I mean, that's not exact. I want to be exact.
in real life.
No, it's not. I didn't have. So what actually happened here is my buddy sent me these dimensions and said, I need to know what the radius of this circle is so I can cut this out. So then I was doing this math with the actual dimensions.
What if your math was wrong and he lost his job?
Yeah, what if I messed up? I double and triple checked it like 4 times before I sent him the answer. And then actually what I did is I came up with a formula for him. So now all he needs to do is plug in these numbers and do it. He was able to do the math. You'll see what happens with the math. There's a part of the math where you guys will be like, might mess up too. I'll show you what happens there because it's some algebra that you guys might have forgot from last year. So I'll show you that in a second. Now, where was I? You guys are losing me. Okay, we do have a right triangle here. What else did we learn in how to use, find missing sides in a right triangle? And what did I mess up over here? Is this length X?
Yes.
I made that length X. What's actually the length of the radius?
What?
Wait, what? Safia? It's X plus 7. Here's another radius. What's the length of that radius? This plus this. So what's the length of this radius? The same thing. X plus 7.
How is it the same thing?
Because it's the same length.
All radii of the same circle are the same length, right? So if this radius is X plus 7, this radius is X plus 7. So now we've got this right triangle right here. How do we find missing sides in a right triangle? What kind of math, Rian? Geometry. That's funny. Yes. Armando, what'd you say? Somebody else can hear you. Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus D squared equals C squared. Well, C, the hypotenuse, is X plus 7 squared. Am I boring you? Like you get them gone out loud, that loud, so they can let me know how bored you are. All right. So we get X squared, 13 squared is 169 equals, now here's the part. What's X plus 7 squared?
I don't know.
This is the algebra part.
Plus 40.
If you square something, what are you doing?
Multiplying it
Is
by
this in the
itself.
camera? What? You're multiplying it by itself. So this is X plus 7 times X plus 7. So we've got X squared plus 169. And now over here, you guys remember how to do this? We need to distribute twice. X times X is X squared.
This is not foil.
X times 7
I forgot.
is 7X. Then we distribute here. We've got another 7X.
This is foil. This is,
Yeah, it is. It's foil. Yeah.
I forgot.
Plus 49. We're not allowed to use foil. Say that. Never mind. There we are. No, some people don't like the use of the, you know.
No, that's
Like,
how you learn.
it's a memorization technique. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So now I'm going to combine like terms. I've got x squared plus 169, x squared plus 14x plus 49. Okay. We're solving this equation for x. So what's the next step?
Subtract 14.
Cancel
49.
Okay, so we can cancel out the x squared. It's good. If we subtract x squared from both sides, those are gone. Now
You
what?
can just subtract.
Get the x by itself. So minus 49, both sides. So we're going to get 120 equals 14x. Divide by 14. What do we get? Hey, that's a decimal. It's fine. Calculator, help me. You. Who's got one? Do I got it?
That was funny.
You guys going to make me do mental math?
Yeah, do it.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Don't give
It's,
up.
it's less than 10. More than, what did we get, Aaron?
I'm telling you, figure it out.
Come on, let's go. If you guys want to see the final result, give me an answer. What do you get?
8.57.
8.57.
You weren't supposed to.
Thank you. 8.57. Now, that's not the length of the radius.
What is it?
8.57 is
plus
x.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What's the length of the radius?
7.
8.57 plus 7.
8.57 plus 7, right. So 15.57 is the length of the radius. Okay? So that dealt with a couple of things we talked about yesterday. All right, and the day before, where a radius is perpendicular to a chord, it bisects the chord. We're creating right triangles to help us find missing sides. What's up, Reese? No, you feel salty from yesterday? When am I ever going to use this? I just used it. So there's other jobs that use it. This is one example. So he called me up, sent me the dimensions, right? And then I found the radius for him, sent him back the dimensions. He then was able to cut this out and build his stairs. I'm going to show you a picture of it in a second. All right. You know what I made? He bought me 3 musky lures for doing this for him.
What's that?
What?
What's the
You guys know I fish for muskie. We talk about it all the time.
You fish for musky?
I thought you were
What's-
a bad fish.
Yeah,
I fish for that too, but I'm mostly a muskie fisherman. So he was up north in Wisconsin. There's muskie shops up there. Those musky lures are like $20 a piece. I'm going to send this video to him so he can watch how to, like, that I'm teaching the lesson from his actual thing. So thanks, Jay. All right, I'm gonna shut this off now. I'm gonna show you guys the actual dimensions and the actual stairs, and you guys won't believe how much they cost.
What is he